Nasty Boys, we're talking about Randy Savage, your memory of Randy Savage.
First of all, one hell of a performer, one of the greatest wrestlers that will go down of all time, and not only that, but a great person and a good friend of me and Sags for over 20 years. I mean, we're shocked right now, and our heartfelt thoughts and prayers go out to the family. We knew, we know his mom real good, we knew his dad, we knew the whole family, and it's just a tragic, another blow to the wrestling business that a superstar like Randy Savage ain't here no more. So he's going to be dearly missed, that's for sure.
Yeah, me and Randy were neighbors on Treasure Island, Florida, and in maybe the past 10 years or so, I've had Angelo and Randy and his mom over, and we hoosed up and down the beaches and stuff like that and carried on, and it's a shocker. I know down in my heart that the death of Elizabeth and the death of his dad had to sink it deep in his heart, because I knew what a family man Randy was, what a great man his pop was. Respect at the back of a lot of people don't know about what was it, 2,000 sit-ups. He broke the record in the Navy, and having Angelo at my house telling my kids in that the story that he did so many sit-ups that his tailbone busted through his skin, and his tailbone was rubbing on the ground. That's hardcore, and then at the same hand, Angelo telling me how he was brought up in Chicago during the Depression times, and he goes, "You know what squab is?" I go, "What?" Angelo goes, "That's the pigeon you caught in the roof and killed to eat for the meal that day." That's what they brought up, and I think that's what growing up with Angelo and Depression, and what made Randy so frugal and smart with his money in the days. But I honestly know in my heart that Randy truly loved Liz, even though that she was at Lex when she died and all that stuff, and I know that broke his heart. I could tell it took a big chunk out of him, and then when his dad, he lived everything for his pop. Like me and Knobs, we went with Hawkster that day, and a bunch of bikers from Detroit. We got in, me and Knobs were all hung over, and we go, "Where the hell are we going?" We drove and drove and drove all the way northern Michigan, and it's me, Randy, Knobs, and Hawkster with the bikers in a big limo, and we finally get there. I go, what are we doing here? I want to go to bed. Me and Knobs feel terrible. Randy goes, "Just be quiet. There's good reason behind it." And here it is. The guy whips the garage door open. It's a freaking 1957 big wing Cadillac convertible, yellow. Randy laid down 50 grand and bought the thing right there in the spot for his dad, and he had it shipped to Florida for him. Remember that?
Yeah.
What I mean? Remember when he did that?
What made him so unique?
Well, because like it's often said in this wrestling business, often imitate it, never duplicate it, and there ain't one person out there that can ever duplicate the Macho Man, because
Kevin Nash, talking to all the people in the business. Randy Savage, a memory of Randy Savage.
Almost $5 a gallon.
Yeah. How many? When everybody left in '93, when everybody left, Hogan left, and the whole crew left, Randy was the only guy that kind of was a hangover, a holdover guy, and he was basically like the captain of the new generation, and he was our color guy. One of my favorite stories of Randy was, we used to always say that if you want to get a hold of Randy, you'd always pick up the phone on the first call, on the first ring, "Hello!" And Scott Hall's wife went into complications at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was in San Antonio at Freeman Arena, and I was in the main event, and Scott was supposed to work with me. And they said who they're going to get, and at the last second, they got Randy, and we had a great match. That was the first time I worked with Randy. So that was that.